In the heart of the sleeping kingdom of Eldoria, a curse woven from shadow and envy had descended. For 100 years, the castle stood silent, its grand halls and sprawling courtyards frozen in an unnatural slumber. Ivy crept up the stone walls, nature slowly reclaiming what time had forgotten. At the very center of this stillness, in the highest tower, lay Princess Aurelia, the realm's most cherished treasure. She slept a dreamless sleep, her beauty untouched by the passing decades. A perfect rose preserved under glass. And next to her, ever faithful, was her maid of honor, Ilara, also bound by the wicked spell. While the princess slept in peace, Ilara was trapped in a conscious nightmare, aware of every silent moment, waiting for a hero who might never come. But what no one knew was that the key to breaking the curse was Untaprin's kiss, but a secret held by the loyal maid herself. In a kingdom veiled by moonlight, a story of two hearts and one crown unfolds. Princess Aurelia, with her golden hair cascading over her delicate white nightgown, dreams of a love as pure as her lineage. She is the jewel of the realm, destined for a throne. But in the quiet shadows of the castle, another heart beats with a secret hope. Ilara, her loyal handmaiden, with simple brown hair braided neatly, wears a plain linen gown but possesses a spirit anything but ordinary. Both their worlds are about to be upended by the arrival of Prince Kalen. Strong, handsome, with dark hair and eyes that hold ancient secrets, he comes seeking a royal alliance. But will his heart be captured by the princess he is meant to marry? Or the unassuming maiden who sees the man behind the crown? A choice must be made, a destiny forged. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tales of love and royalty. In the heart of a forgotten land, shrouded by an eternal twilight, lies a kingdom lost to time. They call it the cursed kingdom of Eldoria. Look at this magnificent castle, once a beacon of life and celebration. Now stands silent, draped in a cloak of creeping vines. Its towers, once reaching for the sun, are now prisoners of a somber, unmoving sky. What happened here? What dark magic froze this kingdom in a moment of despair? The air itself feels heavy with untold stories, with whispers of a powerful curse that has held this land in its grip for centuries. Join me as we venture closer, to uncover the secrets hidden within these crumbling walls and perhaps, just perhaps, understand the tragedy that befell this once glorious realm. Don't forget to subscribe as we explore the mysteries of Eldoria together. In the quiet heart of the castle, a new day waits to dawn. Here lies Princess Aurelia, lost in a world of dreams, her breath a gentle whisper in the still air. The moonlight, soft and ethereal, filters through the grand window, painting her in silver. She seems a figure from an ancient legend, a portrait of grace and tranquility. But she is not alone in this serene slumber. Beside her, sharing the same quiet peace, is Ilara, her loyal maid and truest friend. In this room, titles fade away, leaving only two souls, bound by a connection deeper than duty. As the kingdom sleeps, their shared dreams weave a silent story of friendship and trust, a bond that shines brighter than any crown. What wonders will a new day bring for them both? Stay tuned to find out. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. The weight of a kingdom on his shoulders, Prince Kalen rode forth. His quest was a desperate one. Single flicker of hope against an encroaching shadow that threatened to consume everything he held dear. The path led him into the heart of the Whispering Woods, a place spoken of only in hushed tones, a labyrinth of ancient trees and forgotten magic. Every rustle of leaves, every shadow that danced at the edge of his vision was a test of his resolve. Mist clung to the air like a shroud, obscuring the way forward, but it could not obscure the fire in his eyes. He was more than a prince. He was a shield for his people. With each league he crossed, his determination hardened like steel. He would not falter. He would not fail. This quest was his and his alone. Stay tuned to see where his journey leads. Thanks for watching. The prince pushed open the massive oak doors and a strange silence greeted him. Not the quiet of an empty hall, but a heavy, breathless stillness. Inside, the castle was frozen in time. A guard, clad in shining armor, slumped against the wall, his hands still gripping his spear. A fine layer of dust coated his helmet, sparkling in the single beam of light that pierced the gloom. Further in, the grand dining hall was set for a feast that never began. Courtiers in their finest silks were motionless at the long table, their heads resting on their arms as if in a deep slumber. Even the cooks in the kitchen were asleep mid-chore, a dusting of flour and thyme settling over them like a soft blanket. The entire castle was caught in a silent, century-long dream, waiting for a single moment to break the spell. What magic held this place in its grip? Could he be the one to finally wake it? Follow for the next part, the moment we've all been waiting for. With a gentle breath, the prince leans in, his shadow falling softly over Princess Aurelia's sleeping face. As his lips meet hers, a warm golden light blossoms from their touch, tender and pure. It's a light filled with hope, a light that promises a new dawn. This magical glow expands, washing over the entire screen, pushing back the shadows of the long, cursed slumber. And then a flicker. Princess Aurelia's eyes, closed for a century, begin to open. Her first sight is the prince, his face filled with love and relief. As she awakens, so does the kingdom. The camera pulls back, revealing Elara, the faithful guardian, and the entire castle stirring back to life. Outside, the sun finally pierces through the heavy clouds, bathing the world in its glorious morning light. The long night is over. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more magical stories. The prince pushed open the heavy castle doors, a creak echoing through the unnatural silence. He stepped inside, his breath catching in his throat. It was as if time itself had frozen. Guards stood slumped against the walls, their armor glinting under a fine layer of dust. In the grand kitchen, cooks were poised mid-action, a rolling pin held aloft, a pot forever about to boil over. Courtiers lay draped over chairs and tables, caught in a century-long slumber. A strange, eerie stillness hung in the air. Cautiously, the prince made his way up the grand staircase, drawn by an unseen force. He found a room with its door slightly ajar. Pushing it open, he stopped. There, on a magnificent bed, lay the most beautiful woman he had ever seen, sleeping as peacefully as if she'd only just closed her eyes. He couldn't look away. In the heart of the sleeping kingdom of Eldoria, a curse woven from shadow and envy had descended upon the land. For 100 long years, the grand castle stood utterly silent, its bustling halls and vibrant courtyards frozen in an unnatural, timeless slumber. The once lively kingdom was now a ghost of its former glory, trapped under a powerful enchantment. At the very center of this cursed stillness, in the highest tower, overlooking the frozen realm, lay Princess Aurelia. She was the kingdom's most cherished treasure, the heart of Eldoria, now lost in a dreamless sleep. The people whispered her name in hushed tones, a flicker of hope in a century of darkness. They say only a hero of pure heart can break the spell and awaken the princess, and with her, the entire kingdom. Who will be brave enough to face the shadows and restore light to Eldoria? Follow 4 more tales from this forgotten land. In a kingdom hushed by a wicked spell, a princess slept a dreamless sleep, her beauty untouched by the passing decades. Ever faithful at her side was her maid of honor, Elara, also bound by the cruel enchantment. For 100 years, the castle lay silent, shrouded in thorns and whispers. But ancient prophecies spoke of a savior, a prince whose courage was as steadfast as the northern star. From across the misty mountains, the bold Prince Kalon heard the tale. He knew in his heart that he was the one destined to break the curse. His journey was fraught with peril. Through shadowy forests and over treacherous peaks, yet his determination never faltered. His gaze fixed on the distant, silent castle, a beacon of hope in the twilight. His quest had just begun. Follow to see how this legendary tale unfolds. He finally arrived, but instead of a royal welcome, an eerie silence filled the air. It was unsettling. He cautiously stepped into the grand castle. Walking down long, echoing corridors, the guards, who should have been alert and imposing, stood frozen like statues, their once gleaming armor now covered in a thick layer of dust. It was as if time itself had stopped here. Drawn by the faint, ghostly sound of a forgotten lullaby, he followed the melody, his heart pounding in his chest. It led him straight to the princess's chamber. And there she was, sleeping peacefully, a vision of pure serenity amidst the decay. He held his breath, gathering all the hope in the world, leaned down, and gently pressed a soft kiss upon her lips. What do you think happened next? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories. Ever wonder what happens after the royal ball? It's not just happily ever after, it's the beginning of the real adventure. Imagine this, the sun is high, and the prince and princess are spending their days together. Not in stuffy castles, but out in the open. They're flirting over archery lessons, sharing knowing glances while riding majestic horses through sun-dappled forests, their laughter echoing through the trees. It's in these quiet moments, away from the court, that their connection truly deepens. One golden afternoon, after a thrilling hunt, the prince finally turns to her, his heart in his eyes. He confesses everything, how she's changed his world. Her response? No words are needed. She closes the distance between them, and they share a kiss that promises 1,000 more adventures to come. Now that's a fairy tale worth telling. If you love stories like this, make sure to follow for more. A single touch and a golden light blossomed, warm and brilliant. It poured from their connection, flooding the room in a gentle, radiant wave. The light didn't stop there. It spilled out from the castle windows, flowing through the silent streets and across the entire slumbering kingdom. It seeped into every corner, every home, waking the world from its long, enchanted sleep. Slowly, Princess Aurelia's eyelashes fluttered. Her eyes opened, not to the heavy silence she had known for so long, but to the smiling, hopeful face of her rescuer. And beneath that gaze, a wonderful sound began to swell the sound of her people, her kingdom coming back to vibrant, joyful life. It was the end of a curse and the beautiful beginning of a new dawn. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tales.